Okay, YouTube, what is going on? It is Edgar here, and I have come to have a little bit of a campfire talk. So it is November the 4th, and we are full swing here in the rut. I'm currently sitting in the new lodge that my best friend Josh had built here in Missouri, and the other boys are out actually hunting right now, and it is pouring down rain. So I figured, why not a better time to create some content and kind of pitch out an idea that I have been thinking about for a while. So what I essentially did was I drafted some questions that kind of just give you a background of who I am and the future of this channel and kind of what I stand for, and just a basic background of my whitetail diary and my journey in bow hunting. So I have some questions drafted. Let's get into them. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, definitely leave me a comment, give me some feedback. Any feedback is good feedback unless you're just an internet troll. So I know you guys are out there as well and you're gonna have stuff to say. But yeah, like the video, click that subscribe button. I have some really good ideas for this channel that I think you guys are really gonna enjoy. So let's hop into the questions and get to know the channel a little bit more. So I wanted to name this video kind of like a, who am I? Or you see these videos all the time, they kind of just give an introduction of who the person is that is running this channel. I feel like there are a lot of outdoor channels on YouTube nowadays. It's a very saturated market, and you don't really get to know the guys that are doing some of this stuff. I mean, unless you're really hardcore followers or subscribers, I mean, you really don't get to know who they are. Maybe you don't even care. But I know that when I watch YouTube videos or I follow a specific person or a channel, I like to kind of dive a little bit deeper into who they are and what they stand for, and just to have a little bit better of an idea of who I'm watching. But pretty basic intro. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, which you wouldn't think is a place that a lot of people are deer hunters or bow hunters, but there is a very large population of hunters in Maryland, and we do have some great deer. But let's get kind of into that. So I am currently an active duty Marine, and although I cannot say where I'm stationed or necessarily my job, I've been serving this country for about 8 years now. And so I've loved every second of it, but it does definitely puts hunting to the side, right? Because I don't get to hunt as much as I used to, and traveling around the world or going to different trainings and exercises. So hopefully some of you military guys out there can understand and relate to that a little bit, that anytime you get in the deer stand is a good time spent, whether you kill something or not. So, but I am married, and my lovely wife, she's a big time supporter of everything that I do. So Taylor, thank you for that. I love you, and I'm excited to just allow this channel to grow and have her and my family by my side and all my friends as well. So I am, again, like I said, an East Coast guy. I got into bow hunting at a very young age, and that kind of goes into the second question. So how did I get into deer hunting? So my grandfather and my uncle are both, just down-home rednecks, Virginia guys, the old stump sitters, hunting the mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, and hunting the hard way, and being okay with that, being okay with shooting a button buck, because you may just see one deer in the 8 days that you hunt up there. And I just remember them coming home from deer camp, and I just, at a young age, really wanted to be a part of that, and it was just very special to me to see like the joy in them, growing up, and I just always wanted to be like them. So I was like, man, I want to go to deer camp, and I want to shoot a deer, and I want to hang out with the guys at the camp around the campfire and tell stories about how we saw this buck on this ridge or this deer on this ridge, and it just add to it when you actually get one. And so being surrounded by that, I got very lucky that I had two father figures in my life that had a passion for this at a very young age, and they kind of passed down their knowledge to me about deer sign and how to kill deer in really difficult areas, because these are some of the most resilient animals on the planet. And so I'm very blessed and very fortunate to have learned from them and still continue to learn from them, and then every day that I'm out in the woods. So what does deer hunting mean to me? Deer hunting means to me like, it means the world. That's probably the easiest answer. I mean, for my guys that are, not even if you're a hardcore bow hunter or not, I mean, it's like, it's something that is just running through my veins, and it just means everything. It is a passion of mine. It is a constant puzzle and a constant just chasing of these animals, and it just gives me so much joy whether I kill one or not. To be honest, I mean, you harvest a great deer and it feels good, but also the journey to actually get there, to me, is more important than the actual harvest itself. But more so respecting the land and engaging in conservation efforts to ensure that we're doing things the right way and actually having fun while we're doing it. If you're not having fun, then I don't know what you're doing or why you're out in the woods. So for me, that's what it means. What drives me? I would say what drives me nowadays is seeing my friends and family have success. I think at a very young age, when you get into deer hunting, I killed my first deer when I was 13, and I'll never forget that feeling. I shot this 5-point buck with my muzzle loader from the ground, and my grandfather was holding my barrel up. I mean, I shot right in his ear, and I'll never forget that story. I mean, every buck that I have on my wall, these 2 bucks here, I can remember every single detail, like I think most of you can, but I just remember at that young age that feeling, and not finding him that night. We had walked right past him, and I just remember crying all night long. And I then got into bow hunting at the age of 14, and I emptied a quiver on 6 different deer, completely missed all 6 of them, and that gave me drive. I mean, that is what drives me, the consistent, constant challenge of chasing these animals and understanding them more. I don't think we will fully understand, deer in general, whether it's a 200-inch mature 7.5-year-old deer, or a button buck that's just learning how to, live life. I think they're very unique creatures, and chasing them is what drives me every single day. What is your purpose? So I think we can first start with, what is the purpose of this video? Well, it's pouring down rain here in Missouri, and I'm already tagged out. And so I'm definitely excited to get that story to everybody that's watching the channel and keeping tabs, because it's a quick story, but it's a really good one. And so we are tagged out in Missouri. We are gonna chase some does, but my purpose for this video was to kind of just have some fireside talk, give you an idea of who I am and where I'm coming from in this channel and what my purpose is for the channel as well. But this video was really to just give a baseline of who I am running this channel and some of my core beliefs when it comes to the whitetail woods that I don't think a lot of creators nowadays are diving into or being honest about or genuine. So what you see is what you get. And so no sponsor or money or outside influence will ever affect the way I think and respect whitetail deer or bow hunting. So my purpose of this channel is to take the knowledge that I have learned and that I learn every single day and portray that out to all of you. I mean, it gives me so much joy when I get text messages from people I've given advice from, and I never have 100% the right answer every time. And I think you have to have the humility to understand that we are just a tiny piece of the puzzle, and if you want to have success in whitetail deer hunting, you really have to have patience and have a very stoic mindset when going into it, and really keep your nerves under wraps, especially when you hit a deer bad or a deer doesn't do what you want it to do. I mean, these are wild animals, and so my purpose of this channel is to kind of document those things, document my hunts, whether I'm on public land, around the country, shooting deer, or private land. You're going to see every spectrum here. You're going to see, from hunting small parcels of someone's, 1 acre plot in the suburbs, but then you're going to see me hunting, the middle of nowhere, Kansas or Nebraska or Missouri, chasing deer on public. I mean, I just love it all. So that is my purpose. I want to portray and depict my struggles. I want to depict my successes, and I really want to document it, not only for myself to look back on, but also to just spread my wealth of knowledge to those that may not have got into deer hunting if they haven't seen this channel, or didn't think about, what it takes and the barrier to entry to get into deer hunting. So what does a perfect world of deer hunting look like to me? I would say everybody shooting 200-inch deer. No, absolutely not. I think that a perfect world for me is that everybody is happy for everybody, no matter what size of deer that they kill. I think YouTube, hunting channels, and TV gives a false sense of reality when it comes to these deer. It really does, and I think people get down on themselves, or they don't think they can achieve shooting a deer of the caliber you see on TV, because these guys are getting sponsorship dollars, and that's just addressing a white elephant. I mean, guys are not genuine, they're not real hunters per se. They really play the part and they depict it really well to viewers, and I think that's very toxic for the hunting industry. I think it's very toxic, and that is not everybody, absolutely not. There are people that are so passionate about this and are doing it the right way and spreading their wealth of knowledge, and there's a very long list of those that are doing it the right way, but there's also that other side that is not a part of the perfect world of deer hunting. So yeah, perfect world of deer hunting for me is everybody's happy for everybody, no matter what you kill it with, as long as it's legal, ethical, and you're having fun doing it. That's all that matters. And what bothers me the most about the hunting industry, I think I've already said it. I think, and again, I'm not fully diverged into that realm, but I do know many people that work in the industry, and I do follow a lot of individuals and groups and channels and network throughout them, and you can get a feel of your good dudes and your bad dudes, and like I said before, I think people are just not as genuine as they could be, and they're depicting this sport in a negative light and for self-gain, and so that's just unfortunate. And so to that, I wish that would end, and I wish that people wouldn't chase money and sponsorship dollars, and will just enjoy the experience and the drive and the passion that it takes to chase these critters around. What do I love most about bow hunting? Probably my favorite question, but my easiest answer, everything. I think from the scouting, the e-scouting, to getting on the ground, to spot stalking or being in a tree stand, setting up your tree stand, understanding wind and weather, and just using all the tools that you can control to your advantage, and then practicing with your bow and arrow and ensuring you're accurate, and then putting your stand in that right spot. I mean, I could make a whole video on just the thought process that I go through from wanting to kill a deer in general, whether it's public land or private land, tree stand or ground, or and so everything in bow hunting I love. I mean, there's really not much. I mean, other than probably hitting a deer wrong, or not finding finding a deer in general. I mean, I can't even say whether it's a big deer or little deer, just finding a deer in general is probably what I don't love about it, but it also adds to the story, and it adds to the struggle that you will have in this passion. I mean, you're not gonna hit deer perfect every time. You're not gonna find them every time. It's just the way that it's gonna be, and I love it anyway. And what do I have to say to those of you that are watching this video? So I first want to say thank you so much. A lot of people don't like hearing people ramble, and maybe I'll throw some random B-roll in this video so you just don't have to look at my ugly mug for 10 or 15 minutes. But I just want to say thank you guys. The channel has been growing substantially, and although I am about to deploy overseas, I will not be posting as much content. And so I'm going to post as much as I can from what I have this season, and hopefully that can carry us out till when I come back, and we can jump back into the deer season and really grow this channel and help people get into hunting and have success in deer hunting. That's all I could ask for in this channel. And so thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm really excited. I really hope that this channel can relate to a lot of you out there that are not the full-time professional hunters, just the guys like me that love this so much that the given time that I do have, the 1 or 2 days a month that I can devote to this, I can do that. And I'm gonna release a video, I think, of like my 5 best tips for like the blue collar 9-to-5 hunter, just like me, who, you only have those 3 or 4 days all deer season. How can you capitalize on that. And so I'm going to release a video on, you know, my top 5 tips that I think allowed me to have success in the deer woods, on public land specifically. But some of the principles will apply for private land as well, but there are some differences. So I'm excited to share this story with you. This was a good, very quick story. This was the deer that we killed last year, Blade. And I'll probably throw in, the mount is done, I'll probably throw that in because this was a great deer. Crazy story, go watch that video if you haven't already. The story of Blade, a buck that we had been chasing that we sealed the deal on one of the last days last year. And then stay tuned for the story of Joystick. This was a quick hunt, it happened really fast. And you know, I would have loved to see this deer go another year, but I'll get your thoughts in the video on if I should have passed him or not. So anyways, thank you guys for watching so much. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Happy hunting out there. Be safe and stay lethal. We'll catch you guys in the next one.